I'm so excited to be showing this new take on a pie today. It's called a pinwheel pie. It has a really beautiful top that creates kind of a spinner effect. Today, I'm doing a cherry pie with my favorite sour cherries. They create the best cherry pie because they have that great tartness to them. So to get started, 1 cup of sugar in a bowl, 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, and this is the thickener. Of course, with cherries, they're going to give off juices, so you need a good thickener like cornstarch. 1/8 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. This is just a little flavoring for the cherries. And then, of course, salt, which brings out all the flavors. To this, vanilla bean. I use vanilla beans all the time. So just a small paring knife, split the bean down the middle. Now that it's split, use the end of the blade and just scrape out the seeds. There are millions of tiny little vanilla seeds in here, and you want every last one of them. Those go in here. Vanilla and cherry are so good together. It's like a match made in heaven. Now I'm just going to use my fingers because that's the best way to incorporate the vanilla bean seeds into the sugar and cornstarch mixture. That looks great. So now I'm going to add my sour cherries. I have 1 3/4 pounds frozen sour cherries, but I could also use 2 pounds of fresh. I'm going to add all the juices, everything. These are slightly thawed. I'm going to get a big spoon, mix all this together. This color is incredible. So now I have my pie shell already rolled out. I've lined a 9-inch pie plate with it and just kept a little bit of an edge around the outside. So in go the cherries. Everything will thicken up in the oven thanks to that cornstarch. Get it all in there, even it out. And we have 2 tablespoons of butter cut into small pieces. Just kind of dot these around the top. So now we get to create the pinwheel top. This is the other half of the pie dough. I'm going to roll it out about 1/8 of an inch thick. Definitely dust my board with flour and dust the top of the dough as well. I like to keep turning the dough as I'm rolling it so that I'll keep the nice round shape. And this is going to get cut into 1/2-inch strips. And that is what we're going to use to make our pinwheel. Looks good and feels good. So now I have my ruler and a pizza cutter. These are the best tools for cutting nice even strips. So I'm just going to take this ragged edge off. Eyeball the 1/2-inch strips. Just cut them all. You're not going to believe how these strips turn into a beautiful pinwheel. Time for twisting. I'm going to move this pie closer so that I can put my strips right on top. So take a strip and then gently twist it into the center and just spiral it around. Then next strip, put it onto this one, just kind of attach it to the one that's there. Pinch it together. And you can see it's going to act just like a lattice because there's parts that is covered with the dough and parts that are uncovered. Last strip. That looks great. All our strips are on. They look so pretty. So now, some egg wash over the top. So I have 1 egg. Give this a beat just to combine. Okay, so brush the whole pie, all of the dough with this egg wash, which will really give the pie dough a beautiful golden color. Okay, make sure to brush the very edge with the egg wash as well. You want everything to be golden. Beautiful. So this is ready for the oven. 375 degrees. It'll take about 1.5 hours. You want everything to be golden and all the juices to be bubbling and the bottom nice and brown. Then you know it's done. Here's our beautiful pie. We've cooled it on a wire rack and it's still a little bit warm, but it's time to glaze it. I've warmed up a 1/2 cup of apricot jam and I'm going to pass it through a strainer just to take out any of the larger pieces. And also warming it loosens it up so it'd be easy to brush onto the pie. You could use any kind of jam, but I like apricot because it gives a nice neutral flavor and the color's not too dark, so it'll just kind of blend in with the crust. This goes onto the crust itself, and that's the part that you want to glaze. It's just to shine up these beautiful pastry strips. It's nice to get a little bit of that fresh tang too when you bite into it. It really just makes the pastry become even more golden. Okay, that is a beauty. Look at that, it's so pretty. I can't believe it. And now let's cut into it and see those cherries. It's almost a shame to cut into it. It's so nice. The crust bakes a little bit on the edge, so I'm just gonna loosen it. Loosen the bottom. Onto the plate. Wow, that is one good looking piece of pie. I'm gonna give it a try. I can see the little vanilla bean specks in here. Oh my God. So good. Maybe a little vanilla ice cream on top next time.